promised you and the organization that we would bring new young faces and work with everybody, and we've done the job. And we've been able to integrate our international operations with our American operations, and we're really basically one unit today. And I thank Putin who has led us these past few years, and I thank your organization and your belief in what we're trying to do and have accomplished, and we should all feel proud. This happens to be the day of my bar mitzvah, the date of my bar mitzvah. Most of these people weren't even born yet, but it's a privilege to have you greet us. Your integrity, your honesty is world-renowned, and that's so important in the political field. So thank you on behalf of everybody, and let's go out and greet them. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm taking some questions. I'll try to answer some questions.
Hi, Mr. President. My name is Sharon Lewis. I'm from New York.
Stand up.
Sorry, standing up because I'm short on TV. It's always been very special when you meet with us, and I cannot forget ever the time you were Speaker of Knesset and you hosted us in the Chicago Hall for our closing dinner. And
It was a great job.
So my question to you is, as president, you have made it a fundamental issue to integrate social issues into your agenda. And in your opinion, what still needs to be done to integrate all members of Israeli society?
Actually, for many years we ignored the fact that we are living in tribes. Of course, we are one people, one state, but actually we are not one people in one state because we are living according to our belief in different ideas and sometimes in different way of living. In the first 40 years of Israel, there was a majority of the secular or the Zionist people who were joining the army without any question, from the idea that this is the right as much as it is the duty, or I would say it is the duty as much as it is the right. But from the beginning, we were learning in 4 different schools. One school for the seculars or the Zionists. And when I say secular in Israel, I mean people who are really believe in the tradition, believe that in Shabbat, believe in the Israeli festivals and holidays, believing in God. And some of them really didn't have enough power in order to fulfill all 613 orders of the Bible. But we were living as people who came back to the fatherland and that was very eager to establish the Israeli state, and we knew our challenges that stand before us. And those people were 80% of the population in Israel. But still, at this time, from the beginning of the state of Israel as an independent state, we had 4 streams of education. We had the special, we have the general stream system. We had the general system, we had the Orthodox system, national Orthodox system, we had the ultra-Orthodox system, and we had the Arabs along with us. The Israeli Arabs, from the beginning of the state, the citizens of Israel, Israeli citizens, that take part in the political life of Israel, serving in the Knesset, being elected to become the representative of the people, of the people. They are all Israelis, and we knew that we are living together, not only because this is the necessity, it is a fact that we are living together. And I say always, we are not doomed to live together, it is our destiny to live together. Those are the facts of life here in Israel. And I'm very happy about that because I know that most of the Israeli Arabs are really know and live in the idea that they are part of the state of Israel. We have, of course, conflict between the people that define themselves as Palestinians and between the state of Israel, because we are, or we were, most of the time in a status of war, actually even till these days. So we were living in 4 different systems, and suddenly, in the last 20 years, we started to realize that actually we are not anymore majority and 2 minorities, but actually we are 4 quite identity, quite similar tribes in Israel, and we are 4. I would like to mention to you that in the first class of the elementary school in 1990, within 3 years, there would be 38 seculars, or the regular people of Israel, and about 14% national Orthodox people, 25% Israeli Arabs, and 25% ultra-Orthodox Jews. So we have to realize, first of all, to see into the mirror and to realize that we have a sort of problem, and we can't solve it by forcing everyone to do what the majority wants, because there is no more majority, and the majority should not press on the minorities to do what they don't want to do, or they see as something that affects their own life and their own belief. And we believe in really pluralism and the way that everyone has to understand the other side, not to press him, and still, although we are living in tribes, we have to understand that we have the same task and we have the same goal, the goodness and the best wishes for the state of Israel. When the tribes was crossing the sea, when Moses took our people from Egypt, they were actually going in 12 different spaces or ways. Trucks, in 10 different trucks. Everyone could see the other one, but everyone went according to his tribe in his own tribe. But actually, they were looking one at each other, and they knew that they had one goal altogether: to pass the sea, to get to the other side of the seashore, and to go to Israel and to become a nation. And that is what we have to do just now. First of all, to realize everyone on his own way of living, on his own beliefs, and at the same time to say to each other, we have one goal: the prosperity and the best wishes of the state of Israel. And we are doing a lot. In order, first of all, to realize that there are different traditions in Israel. Nevertheless, we are one nation, and the ability to run economy, to protect the burden of security, to have social life, to be ready to understand that there are people who are going to the mosque, there are people who are going to the church, and there are people who are going to the synagogue, and all of us are Israelis. And that is the goal, and you are helping us not to do so. Yes?
I'm John Bass from Cleveland, Ohio. Although we are early in your presidency, could you look ahead and tell us what you would like your legacy to be?
My legacy.
Well, my legacy, first of all, that there is no bridge between the idea that Israel is a Jewish state and the idea that Israel is a democracy. It is not, there is no contradiction between Jews and democracy. And every one of us knows down deep in his heart that we would not like as a Jew, not to keep Israel as a Jewish state, because the Jews have no other state at all. And it is not a matter of compensation on the Holocaust. It is a matter that we are a nation as much as we are believers. And on the other hand, that there is no way that the Jewish state would not be run as democracy. This is my legacy. That's what I'm really to the people of Israel. I did so as a member of Knesset, as a politician. Sometimes from my camp there were people who were asking questions, because there are people in Israel who believe that when we are defining Israel as a Jewish democratic state, it means that democracy should be referred only to Jews. And it is impossible. It is impossible. I know that I had a dream at the time, when I was 9 years old, and the state of Israel was declared as an independent state. I know how we were so happy. I know that 10 years before that, when I was born, there were in the land of Israel at about 250 Jews, 250,000 Jews. Now we are here in Israel, and this is a miracle. Here in Israel, we are now 6.5 million Jews out of about 9 million citizens. This is a miracle. That was a vision at the time when I said we are going to build a Jewish democratic state. Now and then I was a Jerusalemite young boy. Actually, I was living in the neighborhood of Ben Gurion on one hand and Moshe Dayan on the other hand, and many other leaders of Israel. But we as children knew exactly what is our goal, and we were seeing actually the Israeli flag goes up to the top of the you understand? The post? The pole. And it was not obvious for me at the time that this thing can happen. And I was very much worried at the time, because the burden of security was in Jerusalem very, very tough upon all the citizens of Jerusalem. As a young child, I was delivering water with a water tank. So I was, when I joined the army after graduating school, they asked me, did you do something that was connected with the burden of security that we are carrying? I said, of course. I was the commander of a tank, not a real tank, but a water tank. So I knew everything about that. But I really believe that we have to convince ourselves, first of all, that there is no way to divide the idea and to separate the idea of Jewish and democratic. We can run and we can bridge any gap, because there are no gaps between a Jewish state and democratic one. And if we were here, more than 10 million Jews, there was no problem whatsoever. But we have some problems, and our personal ideas as a president are not relevant. As a member of Knesset, I did say my words, and I believe in the goodness and in the role and in the beliefs of the Jewish people, and I never, ever thought that there is any kind of conflict when you are defining your wonderful state as a Jewish and democratic one. Okay.
I'm Benjamin Goldcorn from London, England. Mr. President, as a follow-up from last week's Yom Ha'atzmaut celebration, we just wondered what you believe is Israel's greatest achievement after 68 years.
Can you repeat, please?
We just wondered what Israel's greatest achievement, in your opinion, is after 68 years.
The achievements of Israel till now is that we could manage with so many needs of the state of Israel, and our achievement is to achieve every one of them. Because we have built, actually, we were here before or after, immediately after the World War II, we were 400,000 people, and in 48 we were almost 800,000 people. We had nothing. When we have absorbed the first refugees coming from all over Europe and from Yemen and other Arab states, we put them in tents because we had no other possibility to absorb them. And We did everything in order to establish in 68 years, in spite of 5 wars that we had to take care of, and in spite of the burden of security that we are facing all the time. We have established the idea of and the need to build a country, to build economy, to build an army, and we have a very good army, to say the least, to have such an air force, to have scientists, to have Nobel Prize holders, and we have more than 9 Nobel Prize holders, and it is something that shows exactly what are the abilities and what are the rank of our universities, our schools, and our everything. So when you are saying what is the best, I really believe that when we brought Jerusalem to become united, that was the greatest day of my life. Everyone all over the world have to understand that Jerusalem is a microcosm of our ability. All the people of the region, all the people of the Middle East to understand that Jerusalem is a microcosmos, whether we can live together, whether we can build confidence between Israelis and Arabs, as Jerusalemites. And I'm living here along with Arabs, Muslims, Christians, and Jews, Armenians, and many other tribes from all over the world, pilgrims who came to Jerusalem and settled down in Jerusalem. I really believe that it is possible. We need one sovereignty in Jerusalem. And the only sovereignty that can build the idea of united Jerusalem as the capital not only of Israel, but the capital of all the believers all around the world, as the capital of peace, is by understanding that redividing Jerusalem will bring us to nowhere. So we are here to stay, and as a Jerusalemite, I can say to you, you can be assured about that fact.